Well, it's another rainy day in Georgia. Thought I'd take time to do a little vlog. I've been reminiscing about rainy days in Georgia and the history of working rainy days when I was working on the railroad. My camera picks up background noise. I'm trying to talk between the traffic that comes by. Our washing machine played out in the basement. This was Sunday afternoon. We went down to the local building supply place and ordered a new washing machine. Anyway, I'm standing here watching for the delivery people to bring the new washing machine. I didn't know they'd deliver on Sunday, but apparently they do. They called and said they'd be here sometime today. We still got, it's going on 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We still got 3 more hours of daylight that he could possibly come. I'm watching TV, but I can't see the delivery truck. I can't see the delivery truck coming. I'm sitting in there, so I'm standing here reminiscing about the rain. Watching the rain run down that rain gutter there. I made some footage the other day. I might include that in this video. Makes me think of years of working on the railroad. For a good many years I worked out in the train yard. And that's one place on the railroad you can get wet as Moody's goose. When you work in the train yard, you expect to have to tolerate the weather, whether it's rain or cold or snow or blazing hot summertime. The train yard at Inman Yards in Atlanta is set up with 3 different main locations for inspecting trains. The middle of the train yard, the north end of the train yard, and the south end of the train yard. And railway carmen were stationed at all 3 locations. We had our own shack or waiting area when we weren't working trains. We would sit and play cards or just anything to kill time while we was waiting our turn to go work a train. You don't think about it, but if you gotta go out and walk a train that's about a mile long and it's raining, and leave you quite wet. We kept industrial style rain gear to use on rainy days. And when you don some rain gear and have it on for any length of time and start walking the train yard, you're going to start sweating. When you do, you're just as wet, if not wetter, than you would have been without all that rain gear. I can still feel the sensation. Cold rain dripping down the back of my neck. Start the day out with a dry pair of gloves and dry boots or dry shoes. Before the day's over, you're walking in soggy, wet, sloshy boots. Your clothes are wet. If you wore your rain gear, they're still wet. In many places in the train yard, you literally had to walk in water above your ankles just to walk along beside the train and inspect you. And since that's what we were paid to do, we inspected the train. If you worked in the forwarding yard, you were expected to do a job as you walked along. If you were oiling journal boxes, well, that definitely gets you soaking wet. If you work at an air job, you got to stop and couple all the air hoses between the cars. That's definitely a lot of bending and walking and squatting in the water. I've coupled air hoses until I had calluses on my hands, and oil journal boxes until my soggy wet gloves were falling off my hands. But it was a living. It was something, yeah, we had to do. But those rainy days of working out in the train yard. Probably one good reason I went back to the shop and repairing cars. At least working in the shop, we had a roof over our head. And I eventually bid on an outline point job where I had my own company truck, Norfolk Southern truck, transferred to that outline point job, and I still had to get out of the truck and work in the rain on a regular basis. In fact, I believe it was 94, we had so much rain here in Georgia that it flooded. A tropical storm came through here. The train yard in Macon was totally underwater. But watching that water run down that drain and listening to it, there's a certain peace you would feel when you're out walking the train yard by yourself, whether it's on a nice day or a really bad weather day. I guess by that, I mean, I enjoyed working by myself, unsupervised. You didn't have somebody looking over your shoulder all the time. As long as you got your job done, it was all that mattered. Rainy days in Georgia don't necessarily have to get you down. That's the way the song goes, rainy days always get me down. That ain't true. Well, Lowe's did finally show up. That's the new washing machine installed. They don't make washing machines last like they used to. They're throwaway. If you get 4 or 5 years out of a washing machine, you've used all you're going to get out of it. Time to run out and buy a new one. They don't repair anything anymore. They'd be happy to sell you a service agreement on the dang thing. Time you spend all that money on that service agreement, you could have just went and bought a new appliance though.